Well, lately Andy's been writing most of the songs. He's had a lot of sort of spare time, and he's changed his sort of the way he's writing. Like the old band, Mark used to write a lot of songs, and they were quite self-centered and about himself and his problems and that. But Andy's writing songs more about things that he sees every day, stories and stuff like that. And the easy thing for me then when I'm singing is you don't have to sort of try and tap into someone's head and see what they're singing. But you don't have to identify with it necessarily. So it's a lot easier, and the songs are better as well, I think.
Yeah, we mostly get our ideas for songs from like the newspaper, because there's a lot of sort of, there's a lot of stuff about the world and that in there, which is always good to put, because people can relate then if they know the stories and whatever. But the songs I like are the little ones, like maybe near the back of the paper, and it's just about different people being killed and they're the ones that really get me going. I love like the darker side of the human psyche I try and get in touch with. Like the literature I read, or like Edgar Allan Poe and a bit of Cynthia Plath. But, anything that touches on the darker side sort of really attracts me. I don't know why. I think I'm just maybe I'm just fed up with all these songs and that are in the charts and on the radio all the time about like love and all that shit, when take a look at the world outside. There's nothing lovely about it. There's nothing lovely about it. Dan, have you heard that story about that kid in Germany who went in and shot all them teachers because he got expelled?
Oh yeah.
I think I might write a song about that.
Another dark one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The guy was dressed all in black, gloves, cap, and everything was black. Cool. A girl attending the school who declined to give her name said, "I saw one of my own teachers lying in a pool of her own blood. Then I realised this wasn't a joke." Superb.
Yippity-doo-dah. Sounds like another hit.
We were sitting in class doing our work and we heard a shooting sound, said Philip. We joked about it and the teacher smiled. The teacher let us go out and see what was happening, and when we left the classroom, about 3 to 4 metres in front of us, there was a masked person in black holding his gun from his shoulder. The student added that the gunman then stretched out his arm and shot. We saw a teacher fall to the ground. We just turned and ran. What a fuck up.
Because I haven't really been contributing much in terms of lyrics.
No, he hasn't actually. He wrote one song not long ago, which was about some army camp and some mysterious goings on there, which is a newspaper report.
Yeah, so he's been writing most of the lyrics and the music. I haven't really shared many lyrics with him lately.
Might do a song about antidepressants. It's going on about Prozac and that in here as well. For many users, the dream drug has turned into a nightmare. Yeah.
But he sort of, I think he'll write lyrics, and he'll be writing music separately, and then he'll go through and sort of look at them and think, well, these lyrics could go well with this song. And yeah, I haven't really been contributing much on the lyric side lately.
But he hasn't written anything since. Not that I know of, anyway. He may be creating a masterpiece. I don't know.
But I have been working. I've been working on a particular song, and I think I might show it to him later on today. See what he thinks. See if he can put music to it. Well, I'm not too sure whether he's going to. I'm not too sure what he's going to think of it, because I'm thinking maybe a ballad, more of a sort of ballad. We haven't really got many softer songs, and it'd be nice to do. I think nice change.
Dan reveals that the inspiration behind his new song is his girlfriend Holly. Although she and Dan have only been together for a short time, she has already had a huge influence on the direction that the band is taking. However, when it comes to discussing the effect that the influence is having, it exposes as many negative elements as there are positive, and as much resentment as there is admiration.
I first met Dan and Andy at the Lounge, which is a club that I don't really go to. We've seen it a couple of times, my friends, but we've ventured inside and it's a bit minging, really.
She was there with a friend, and it's like we started chatting, and it was just like this, this click between two people, and I think it's that click. You don't know what love is until you feel that. That's like that spark that triggers something off inside of you.
And yeah, Holly was with some of her friends, and I don't know, I spoke to them for a while, but I think I just sort of like, I got a bit fed up because they were very pretentious and like posh. It wasn't really my sort of thing, you know what I mean? I like to sort of, I don't like people who are fake. So I sort of brushed them aside, and I think I got thrown out of the Lounge that night.
I met Dan there. He was really sexy. I didn't really talk to Andy much. I don't know, he did seem a bit weird, so I didn't really talk to him, but I met Dan, and that was cool.
And then when I sort of met her properly, it was like maybe a couple of days later she came round. And I was talking to her, and I thought, same thing again. I mean, she seemed fairly pleasant, but she was very like up her own arse and like very well to do. And it's not, I mean, like I was brought up in like a sort of working class background and whatever, so I'm not really used to, you know, I don't normally mix with people who were born with a silver spoon stuck up their ass.
At the time he mentioned he was in a band, so I started to go and see him, see Dan sing, and Andy do whatever he does.
There's just an air of falseness about the whole thing. I mean, Dan's changed. When he pronounces things, he'll try and be a bit posh now, and he never used to be like that. I mean, it's just a bit pathetic, I think. Like, you've got like, I don't know, he's sat there chatting, and we'll just be like talking just as normal about all kinds of stuff, and then Holly will come in, and then he'll just be all like, oh, I'm going to have a bath, and fucking all this bullshit.
He's been talking about writing a song about me, which is really cool, because his lyrics are really good. It's really flattering. I mean, I don't know whether he will, but it would be really cool if he does.
You don't have to write about dark things all the time. What you can, if you feel there's that spark between you and another person, and you can write about that. You can write about positive things in life, through love, true love.
I think Andy's a bit disillusioned. I think he thinks he's better than he is. Dan's obviously a really good lyricist, and Andy's are a bit dark. He's a guitar player, and he's obviously home trained. He's never had any proper lessons, and I just think it's all a bit the same, really. Not very unique.
I don't think he and Holly get on very well either. Yeah, there's definitely some tension between the two of them. Maybe it's jealousy. I don't know.
Dan thinks I'm jealous of Holly. I can't see how I would want to be. I mean, jealousy comes from wanting to be someone else, isn't it? Envying them. I don't know whether I'd want to be some very well-to-do, spoiled little brat, to be honest. I don't know, I'm quite like... Where I come from is a completely different place, and I mean, that's just absurd, thinking that I'm jealous of them.
I try not to talk to Andy too much. When he does, I don't really understand much anyway. His accent is, I don't really talk to much people, but his accent is just, I just can't understand it.
And there's just something about, I can't stand to be in this stuff. When I speak to her, I feel like I want to just go up and pull her hair out and just like stuff it in her mouth so that she can't talk. Is how I feel about Holly. Jealousy is completely out of the question.
Well, I think that's checkmate.